Hi there YouTube, how are you guys doing? Musical Aviator here. We've got a Milkrun Monday in front of us and we're flying a Virgin Australia flight 879 service Melbourne to Sydney. 737-800, the NGX by PMDG, that's the NGXu actually. Velocity is our call sign. The posse has arrived. Here we are at the Virgin Australia terminals. There's a 737-700 down there. There's only a couple of those in the fleet. Most of us in the 737-700s. I think that Tiger Airways is in one of the now rare A320s. And we have a Qantas interloper sitting here on the Virgin terminal. Next Monday will be a public holiday, so we might be able to get started early. We might be able to chuck other airports in. We'll see how we go. That said, it's only a public holiday in Victoria. It's not a public holiday in Sydney. And I'll be working as if I'm in Sydney, even though I'll be in Victoria. That said, I'll be getting paid more next week. But that's good. Cool, let's jump on. We have Twitch viewers online now. We don't have Facebook. Don't know why that didn't connect. And whatever. Alright, let's get on down here into what we're doing now. We are a 737-800 with blended winglets. AIRAC 2003. Valid till the March 26th. We are at Melbourne. IRS alignment. Just going to do the test on it first. There we go. While we're up here, I've got a couple of tests. That's the overspeed. Stall warning. That should be in that position. Yep, supply duct forward. We are on ground power. TR set to 1. Flying at 37,000 feet today. Get that sorted. Fire detection. That's the bulbs test. Up the front looks like a Christmas tree. Cool. Lights are good. Let's do the O2 test. And that's working fine. Alrighty, that's sitting at the IRS position. We should get a number up here. We do. It's a 5. And we are VOZ 879. Service Melbourne to Sydney. And we are not yet connected into the pre-flight. Let's do that. Originating station is Sydney. Come out of Melbourne. Date number 2. Estimated en route time. That'll come on flight plan. That is 1 hour and 0 minutes. Try this one. Estimated departure time currently showing the 05. We'll call it 06. You're correct. Thanks for pointing out, Mike Zulu H. We did get that reversed. We're going from Melbourne to Sydney, aren't we? Because we're in Melbourne right now. We have that in... Yes, we have. Cool. Melbourne to Sydney in there, Melbourne to Sydney in the other one. Airline ID is VA, isn't it? VA now. It used to be DJ once upon a time. VOZ 879 will connect the downlink. Syncing it up. While that syncs up, I'm going to turn on some lights up here. Logo is in. Steady position. I'm going to turn on the wing and the wheel lights. And I'll get the AP going because even though it's relatively cool out there now, it has been warm while the planes have been on the ground. Downlink is active. Status looks good to me. We'll request a flight plan now. Because I like having lights on, that's why. Otherwise it's a dark cockpit. Route uplink is ready, we'll load it up. Okay, we'll activate, check it. Melbourne Docile TSAT, that's correct. "32-hour runway closure starts tonight." Is that runway 16? I suspect it might be. Alright, going to chuck in the weights before we go and do the external test. So the weight, zero fuel weight, 59.1. Uh, 927. Yeah, nobody cares about that runway. All good. The reserve fuel today is going to be Ultimate Plus Reserve, which is 1.1 plus 1.5 and a bit. Call it 2.6. Cost index is going to be 17. Flight level 370. Cruise wind 295.79. I like a good southerly bluster coming through. Hopefully it'll be a bit of turbulence. There is one thing that I forgot to do. I'll do it now. And And it's been done. And now we're up to that section. That's fine. External tests. Let's do it. Gotta love the rear doors on these things, coming outside and getting into position numbers, what, 39 or so. Any seat number past 16, I think it is, or is it 18? One of them. Anyhow, coming back in a little bit closer, drop our viewpoint so we can get under things. Yeah, we're going to be a little while before we get our Wi-Fi. Alright, starting from the gate position, because we don't want to go through the gate again. Over here we have a angle of attack indicator and one single pitot probe. Down underneath we have two tyres that look okay. Got to just sneak up on them a little bit over here. Yep, they're looking good. They're not flat. There's no obvious signs of leaks coming down the main forward strut. And the door is fine. We did bang our head into the nose. Ouch. Okay, Peaceful Bay. We have ground power. We have a angle of attack vane, and we have two pitot probes on this side. It's more Tato. This isn't GSX, this is just the default feature of prepared version 4, sorry. Control, Shift and E. But yeah, it's good to see the dudes here up close. We do need to get this door open for them, don't we? There you go. Up there we have static ports. They bring in the information for both the speed and the altimeter. Of course, the speed also needs the pitot probes. Can we go under? I think we can go under. No, I'll go around. Don't want to slam my head into that. Morts came back home from Sydney. Hope you had a nice trip. Was it on which airline? Alright, up here we have a nice green light. We also have a very smooth edge here. Let's go and check the engine. Someone's dumped their plane on top of mine. Not even my aeroplane anymore, so I don't think we can continue on this side. Yeah, we're going to talk about the back skid plate, but there's two of them down there. We somehow have a four-winged aircraft now. No leaks in the strut. No leaks under the engine. White light, red light. One check under. Looks like they've decided not to move. Pitot static, and there we go. Oh yep, they've moved now. So I can go back to the other engine. Intake valves are good, and this engine is clear. Same with the landing gear struts. Tilt Inspector, g'day! How to shut the doors, make sure that's closed. Looking good from there. It must be pretty hard to check the map before loading because no one ever does it. Anyway, we're going to go back up into the front of the aeroplane. So we can go up those set of stairs there, can't we? Cool. See you up top. Hi. Alright, we're going to listen to the others.
+4, QNH1018, on first contact with Melbourne International Airport ground, tower, or approach notify receipt of the path. Melbourne International Airport terminal information for path. Air. Arrivals runway 16, departures runway 27. Surface wind 190 degrees. 15 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. View 3,800 feet. Temperature +16. Dew point +4. QNH1018. On first contact with Melbourne International Airport ground, tower, or approach notify receipt of the path.
Information, Papa. It's going to be runway 27. Condition is dry. Wind, we'll need the keyboard for that. And the wind is going to be 190 at 15. Outside air temperature is 16. QNH 1018. Takeoff weight, we can pick it up from here. It's going to be 666, 43. CG I'm going to pick up from over this side. And there's 29.2. Calculate through. Alright, our D rate is 46. Cool. Takeoff flaps 5. So gravity Mach trim 29.2. I'll pop in the V speeds 137, 141. 147 and What, 93.2. Looking good, and trim will be 4.2. Happy with that. Let's go for the terminal charts. We're going to pick it up from the FMS. Complete. Edit the clips. Foxtrot apron works. We're on the Echo apron, so it doesn't matter. Runway maintenance might matter. Taxiway Zulu project. 3 pages of charts. There's the parking bays. And the standard airport. On departures, we'll need the Docell, and that's it for Melbourne. Edit that again, we don't need the airport briefing. Where's the normal airport? There it is. Already have it. Cool. So just got to check this runway maintenance thing. It's just a bunch of text, nobody cares. Taxiway Zulu maintenance, more text. Get rid of all that text. Let me guess, more text? No, this is actually useful. Cool, so I can see which parts of the airport are getting upgraded in the various stages. Stage 1 and 2 will be, you know, whatever. I'm going to shut down that runway at some point. Yada yada. Docell 1 departure. We know it's going to be what we get. And we're going to get runway 27 by all that stuff. We'll do the briefing later. And that's the chart that we're actually going to be using. Let's have a chat to, what's that, Livery 127.2. Melbourne delivery, velocity 879, requesting codes to Sydney.
Velocity 879. Cleared to Sydney via Docell flight plane route. Docell 1 departure, runway 27, climb by sit to 5000, score 30, flight 2, departures 1220.
360. Also 879, clear to Sydney, Docell 1 departure, runway 27, initial climb 5000, score code 3052, velocity 870.
Velocity 879.
Delivery today, corner 6115 underground in Melbourne. Requesting LA Sydney information on park. Congratulations.
Corner 61115 cleared to Sydney via Docell flight plane route. Docell 1 departure, runway 27, climb by sit to 5000, score 3213, departures 1320.
Cleared to Sydney via Docell plane route, runway 27, Docell 1 departure, climb by sit 5000. Squawk 3213, departures 132
TCAS test pass.
Hello.
Light slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Righty, test complete. We're going to go into the overheads. Your dampener is in. AP needs to go on. It is on. Alright. AP is on the bus. AP can go on the bleed. It already is. Yep, that's looking okay. Let's chuck it out of departure. Docel. Runway 27. Set. Close discontinuity. Executed. Battle 370 going Mach decimal 779er. Looks fine to me. Grab the forecast. Yep, forecast completed. That one hasn't. Uplink completed. Uplink completed. Throttle off for taxi. How long till push? About another 5 minutes before we get all the passengers on board. Then we need to close the door, get the purser, then get the push. A little while off. 121.7. Right, let's run a briefing. We'll be, let's see, get the gate. Okay, we're sitting on gate Echo 3. We'll be pushing out nose to the right. Taxiing out by uniform. Out of uniform, we'll be taxiing out to runway 27 via Alpha. Probably all the way up to Echo. Possibly the Tango, and certainly onto Papa. Runway is 2,286 meters. We'll be using RTO for the takeoff. RTO is set. Just waiting for that. Yep. Safety speed is 80 knots. Yep, safety speed's 80 knots, V1 speed is 141, no 137, sorry, 137 is V1 speed, rotating at 141, climb out speed 147, probably go plus 20. If there are any issues on the takeoff before the 80 knot speed, we will stop on the runway and then vacate. If we get up to past 80 knots, we'll be only aborting for high-speed items such as engine failure or fire, or hydraulics system failure. Up to the V1 speed, which is 137. After that, we are committed to leave the runway. Rotating at 141 knots if we can. So we make it off the runway, we'll establish a climb-out speed of 147 knots. Climb up to 1,400 feet before we deal with any emergency items. If we do need to return to the runway, we have a cloud base of 3,800 feet. We can climb up to, let's say 3,000 feet relatively easy VMC if we need it. And we can come back to runway 16, which will be a right-hand turn. Assuming everything does go correctly, we'll be using the VNav and LNav to fly the right-hand turn through the Docell 1 departure. Let's check in through the Docell departure now. After takeoff, we track runway heading to Atnol. Seeing Atnol there, 250 knots, 7,500. From Atnol we turn right to Parsi, and then turn right to Pebtow. Passing Pebtow at or above 10,000 feet, that does necessitate a better than 2% climb. From Pebtow depart and then direct to Docell. Okay, initial climb is 5,000. We have three, so again 263 sets, 127 which is the V2 speed. We'll keep climbing up V2 plus 15, possibly drift up to V2 plus 20. I'll be hand flying the departure until about 5,000 feet. We'll go into autopilot when I command it, and then I'll take over MCP functions. Okay, we have the APU on the bus. We can disconnect the ground power. Seatbelt signs are on. Hi there ground, you're clear to disconnect and remove real chocks too, we are on the brakes. Just the Milkrun. I was hoping more air traffic control would show up tonight, but I think we've got the minimum amount that we can manage. We've got a tower here at Melbourne, got centre, and then we'll probably have approach in Sydney as well, and a tower. And a ground. Cool. There is indeed always next one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain speaking from the flight deck. We're just about ready to depart here from Melbourne. Welcome aboard Virgin Airways Flight 879, service to Sydney. Our flight time today is about 1 hour. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 37,000 feet and travelling at a speed of just under 78% the speed of sound. That should give us a rough speed of about 870 kilometers per hour. We do invite you to settle down and sit back, relax, enjoy the flight up to Sydney today on board our 737-800 aircraft. We do welcome aboard Virgin Australia. Up in the flight deck here we have myself, Captain Trent, and also YouTube joining us in the right seat. We also welcome 27 viewers on YouTube into the cabin, and at least 3 of you on Twitch. We do hope you enjoyed the flight up to Sydney today. Cabin crew will be coming through the flight, through the cabin to ensure that everything is ready for our departure. Ask them that you pay them your full attention, as they do have an important safety message about our flight. Looking at the flight, looking at a nice tailwind, bringing us up to Sydney relatively quickly, and we should have a nice smooth flight. A little bit of wind and possibly some rain showers passing through Sydney right now. Hopefully that'll go away by the end of the evening, but you may need to have your brolly handy if you are leaving via the stairs when we arrive. That said, we do thank you for flying with us on Virgin Australia, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for departure. Yes, that would be fine. Might first off say YouTube. Let's get the runway sorted. And let's have a look at ground, which is 121.7. Transponders in. Melbourne ground, velocity 879, information Delta at gate Echo 3, ready for push.
Qantas 440, contact tower 1205.
1205, Qantas 440, good day.
Last session requesting push takeoff finale.
Velocity 879.
Velocity 8... Sorry, velocity 879, push to start approved.
We'll start approved, velocity 879.
Melbourne ground, velocity 877 at stand Echo 4, request push and start.
We are ready for pushback.
Velocity 877, push and start is approved.
Push approved for velocity 877.
The ground, we're being cleared for the push, nose to the right.
Locking gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
And the calls are on. Parking brake is released.
Qantas 458.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Qantas 458, g'day, you're cleared to Sydney by Docel flight plan route, Docel 1, departure runway 27, climb by the SID to 5,000 feet, squawk 3112, departures with approach 132.0.
Okay, we are cleared to start engines. APU is packs are off, APU is on. Starting number 2.
G'day, velocity 723, request taxi to runway 27 with information Delta.
Velocity to 723, taxi to the Papa Honey Point, runway 27 via Golf Alpha.
Windows 8 737, I do as well. There's 20%, engine and number 2, set to run.
Quarter 7666, cargo ramp, 766, push and start approve. Push approve, quarter 7666. Okay, ground UPS 72, Lockheed, Central Over. You can let that 73 backtrack
Set
first.
parking brakes.
Pushback first.
Parking brakes are set.
We just got a side cargo door. Just
Waiting on confirmation for good engine start.
Correction, UPS 72, not a problem.
Thanks for that, ground. You can disconnect. Engine number 1.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Pushing back if in order.
Engine number 2
after the 73.
is done. Engine number
UPS
1 set
72,
to run.
thanks.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
That's good. Start cut out. AP off.
Open ground, got 6150 information. Quebec, VH-YIV 11 ready for push.
161.15,
Yeah, start
g'day, push
checklist.
and
We
start
want flaps 5. Flight controls check.
And all stations, Melbourne ground, will be back in 1 moment.
Flight controls good. Rudder. Rudder set. Alright. The full takeoff checklist. Flaps 5. Green light. Stabilizer trim. Four 4.2.
All stations,
Set.
Melbourne ground back.
Start clock. Traffic mode
Melbourne
is
ground,
set.
Golf rate 41 requesting push and start from the cargo aprons.
Top rate 41, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Golf rate 41.
Ground velocity 879, ready for taxi. Information Delta.
Velocity 879, you can taxi to the Papa Honey Point, runway 27 via Alpha Echo.
Alpha and Echo, runway 27, holding point, velocity 879.
Hello, Trent.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Drone.
Ground, Seagulls 264.
4?
No, Fox 15, request push.
Takeoff 264, push and start approved.
Push start approved, Seagulls 264. We should have got our call sign.
No problem.
Good stuff, we have it open. Taxi lights are in.
Request push and start velocity 833.
Velocity 833. Give way to the company 737 push and start approved.
Grant, that is hilarious. Bishoy, you're the 320? Which 320? I can't see a 320. Oh, the Tigos. $330. Ah, you're a Qantas. I don't know why I read your 330 as a 320. Sorry about that. And the other 100 tons of aircraft, but yeah.
Grade, Qantas 784, request push.
Qantas 784 push and start approved.
Start approved, 784. Qantas 7666, request taxi.
Qantas 7666, you can taxi to the Quebec boarding point runway 27 by Juliet Alpha Echo.
330 is a nice airplane. I do like it.
Quebec holding point, runway 27 via Juliet Alpha Echo for Qantas 7666.
Okay, weather radar test coming up.
Melbourne ground, Qantas 1952, requesting pushback and start.
Had two in there,
Monitor radar display.
Yeah,
Go around.
Qantas
Wind shear
1952, requesting pushback and start.
Wind shear ahead.
Qantas
Wind
1952
shear
push and
ahead.
start approved.
Velocity 833, request push and start.
Velocity 833 push and start approved.
Push and start approved,
So
velocity
range back
833.
in, auto throttle is up.
UBS 72 Sutton Open, we're clear of that 73, we're on the push.
UBS 72, roger, thanks for that.
Hot mic.
Who's on cocaine, dog?
You're right, Papa is closed in the real world.
Ground, Qantas 1611 with information. Quebec,
Got it.
Request clearance Sydney, flight plan.
And 997, g'day.
Qantas 1611, I'll try to do it over, boys. But if unreadable, let me know. You're cleared to Sydney via Dosel flight plan route. Dosel 1 departure,
I'm not
runway
hot
27.
micing because I can
Climb
hear
over
it.
to 5,000 feet, squawk 3065, departure with approach 132.0.
It was cleared to Sydney via Dosel 1 departure to 5,000. Runway 27, squawk 3065 and departure 132.0.
Qantas 1611, thanks.
Well, yep, that'll happen. But you
Someone's still got the mic.
you got some New Zealand flights last night, so
Qantas 723 is at Buffalo already.
Sundays up for flights, I mean. Maybe some
Qantas 732,
Sundays.
contact town now 120.5 out.
What is it, Mr. 5? Good night, enjoy the cake. See you later. ground, Takeoff 264 with Quebec, request taxi, runway 27.
Last station calling unreadable.
Takeoff 264, request taxi with Quebec.
Oh, Takeoff 264, g'day, you can taxi to the Quebec holding point, runway 27 via Golf Alpha Echo.
Okay, Quebec via Golf Alpha Echo, Takeoff 264. Oh, almost finished.
20.5.
And ground, Qantas 6115 ready for taxi.
Qantas 6115 taxi to the Quebec holding point, runway 27 by Tango.
Tango to the Quebec holding.
Right, let's roll on. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Up tower, Velocity 879, holding short, runway 27 ready.
Velocity 879.
Melbourne target 8, Qantas 6115 holding short 27 on Quebec.
Qantas 6115.
Indeed, or, to put another way, Grant Miller, flight sim on the weekends, work on the weekdays. That's why I never stream on Tuesdays or Thursdays or most Fridays. So I have stuff to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm an adult, so I can, you know, take time off on a Monday to do this.
And Qantas 720, and Velocity 723, correction, you're clear for takeoff, runway 27.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Velocity 723.
And
Velocity 879, behind the departing company 737, runway 27, line up behind.
See you, Reese. Gotcha.
Velocity 879, Melbourne Tower.
879, line up point behind.
Melbourne Tower. Station calling, go ahead.
Lights up.
Last station calling, go ahead. And Velocity 723, just confirm squawking by Charlie.
We are now.
And Velocity 723, just confirm squawking 3152.
There was a time in my life I couldn't sim on Sundays because I had to go to church.
Sure thing, Velocity 723, contact departures 1320, good day.
1320, good day, this is 23, see you later.
There was a time in my life that I had to go to orchestra practice every Saturday at 1 PM.
Velocity 737, runway 27, line up
Which meant that I could only do Friday night
27 line up
in the
behind,
winter.
Velocity 737, Qantas 6115.
Because in the winter they start earlier.
And Velocity 879, you're clear for takeoff, runway 27.
Alright, 27, clear for takeoff, Velocity 879.
And tower, very good evening.
50, thrust stable,
Ready to
take
turn on Papa.
Takeoff 264.
takeoff, thrust set. – 80 knots. 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 80 knots Velocity 8.
Me too.
Positive rake, you're up. Seven, turning 23. Happy birthday
And
to
off
you.
the 879, you can contact departures on 1320. Good day.
Departures, Velocity 879. Climb power set. Rapid departures, Velocity 879, climbing 5,000, leaving at 2,900.
Velocity 879, you're identified. I'll just get you to verify level again.
Yeah, so we ran a 5 to 9, it's 2,800.
Velocity 879, that's better, thanks. You can climb either SID flight level 240.
I'm about to say flight level 240, Velocity 879. Flaps 1. Flaps up, please.
Cover 7363, descend 3000, cleared ILS approach runway 16, report established.
3000, cleared ILS approach, report established, compass 7363.
All parts on.
Their departures, Qantas 1952 is in the lineup for runway 27.
Qantas 1952, you should be contacting me until you're airborne.
I've got a few greys up in
Okay,
here.
Qantas 1952.
Not too many though. They'll be fine. Have takeoff checks. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing gear is up and off, flaps are up. Differentials coming in.
Compass 7363 is established.
Compass 7363, contact tower 120.5, g'day.
120.5, CA 7363. Melbourne approach, g'day, Qantas 6115, passing 2,500 for 5,000.
Qantas 6115, g'day, you're identified, climb via the SID flight level 240.
Flight level 240 via the SID 6115.
Altimeter set, standard, cross check.
723 contact. Center now 124.0, g'day.
Center now 124.0, Boston 723, see you later.
Thousand feet, all look good. Snowy's 124.0, let's set that up.
Velocity 879 contact, center now 124.0, g'day.
124.0, velocity 879. Double center, velocity 879, climbing, passing flight level 215.
Velocity 879, center g'day, climb to flight level 370.
Flight level 370, velocity 879. Set.
Qantas 404, contact center 125.0, expect start clearance. Roger, 125.0, Qantas 404, thank you. Flight log 361, when ready, descend flight level 210. When ready, descend 210, flight level 2.
Okay, optimum is 380, maximum 39, we're not stepping. Fuel at Sydney 4.9 without the SAR. Old bald pilots, that's funny.
Qantas 1019, turn left, heading 150.
Aaron, I did maths as well. I've forgotten more maths than I've ever learned.
Left heading 150, Qantas 1019.
Qantas 1011, continue descent to 9,000 feet. The over QNH is 1010.
AVAD 997 coming out with the truths. It might not be raw maths, but it is applied maths. Got the conversion factors and your trigonometry all sorted out. I wouldn't mind doing a VFR flight planning, maybe out of 997. It's kind of one of those things that I dabbled in a little bit some 12 years ago, but once again, not sharp on it because I haven't done it for so long. I mean, the way that I fly around VFR is pretty lazy these days. I just fill it up with enough fuel to get there plus like back again. And then just follow a coastline around or a road. Or plug it into the GPS because it's there, why not use it?
Just past 766, leaving flight level 360 for 250. Just at 766. Just at 766, continue to descend via star to 9,000 feet, Adelaide QNH 1017.
It's the flight planning that's the hard stuff.
So send down to 9,000, QNH 1017. Just
Funny thing is, once you get into the airlines, someone else does the flight planning for you. You just look over it and go, yeah, I'd like to tweak a bit more fuel here to get us an extra 10 minutes. AVAD 997, you're going to the air show on Sunday, aren't you? If so, I'm going to probably drive there, so meet you there. I've got your phone number, don't I? Yeah, I do. But totally, I'd love to go for a fly somewhere.
And see what it's doing.
Somewhere that had a fire go through. I don't know what. Up the mountain somewhere.
Qantas 10, g'day, just confirm you're on 1253. So we're going to 1253, Qantas 10.
What's been burning in Victoria?
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 10 with you, 1253. Qantas 10, g'day, stand by break. G'day, Qantas 1019, sorry, just confirm what heading you're flying. I think I gave you 150, it appears you're going down to the south.
Apologies, heading now 150,
Qantas 1019, no worries, you can cancel the heading, track direct inlet and resume the start.
Direct input, which is back left.
Qantas 1019, descend via star to 9,000, QNH 1010.
It's all way out here past like Malakuta. It'd be nice to revisit Malakuta.
Qantas 1011, just
As long as our
confirm
fuel
you're
barrels
still your
work
max
again.
speed on descent. Thanks, number one for the company aircraft behind.
About 0.2 behind
Yes.
our max speed, otherwise below the speed.
Yes, Aussie Aircraft 98.
Qantas 1011, thanks.
That's the most hilarious
get your
thing
reset your transponder code
in the year
3164.
2020. ATPL flight planning is based on the Boeing 727.
Melbourne Centre with you at flight level 340,
Why?
Golf Romeo 516.
Why is ATPL in 2020 based on the 727? I mean, really?
Maintaining 340,
What?
516. Velocity 723, what's your cruising mark number this evening?
I will be at Mark Jackson Lake Zero.
I guess using the 727 you can't say it's biased
Okay, can I just
towards
get your
one
current
airline or
wind thanks
another.
for Velocity 723.
Because with the Boeing 737-800, then the ATPL would be biased towards Qantas and Virgin and away from Jetstar. And if they use the A320, then it'll be biased towards Jetstar and Tiger.
Velocity 879, Melbourne Centre, request your current wind, spot wind.
Yep, it's all about the time, isn't it? Time management, deciding
Velocity
which thing you're going to
879, Melbourne Centre, red.
What's the 879 go?
Yeah, request a spot wind check, thanks.
Oscar 879 showing a 287 at 84 knots.
Lost the 879, thanks. And what's your current Mach number?
Oscar 879, the Mach decimal 779er.
Lost the 879, thanks. Due 4 sequencing into Sydney, climb and cruise not above Mach decimal 74, thanks.
Reduce speed, Mach decimal 74, Los 879.
On a 6115, same for you, not above Mach decimal 74 in the climb and cruise, thanks.
Not above decimal 74, 61.
Qantas 1011, descend 5,000. Descend 5,000, Qantas 1011. Flight 361, can you descend to 9,000, QNH is 1018, and I'll have an answer for you shortly regarding the approach.
Yeah, systems is the thing that I like. Like, I'd read about systems just for fun. I've been reading about the Dash 8 Q300, so hopefully we'll get to play with one of those when Majestic finally released theirs. I just thought it was fun.
Flight 361, you can expect the ILS from
In fact, I should do the 737 again.
No worries, where's the favouring 170?
Go through the
yeah, they're using 17 for departures, but 26 for arrivals at the moment, unless you're unable to accept the 13 knot crosswind, just advice.
Like using these things for the V speeds instead of the FMS.
Okay, no worries, I'll let approach now.
That's the speed references. You can select the green bugs and you can select the N1 setting. That's the run.
Was that Qantas 784, was it?
iPhone, sorry, going 240 stage.
Qantas 784, good day, center climb, flight level 370.
Flight level 370,
Just 520,
lots of
contact
reading,
center 1250,
quite a lot of thinking, quite a lot of
good day.
math. Not too much.
1250, Jetstar 520, good day.
Qantas
Not hard
440, same for you, 1250, expect start.
Just a lot of it.
1250, Qantas 440, good night.
Exactly, Ozzy.
Golf Romeo 516, Lizzie 8 Alpha,
It
arrival,
is
runway 16,
reading
flight level 340.
and thinking and practicing and reading more and thinking more. It's not hard stuff. There's lots of it.
Golf Romeo 516, star clearance, Lizzie 8 Alpha, runway
Time
16, flight level 340.
That's the Lizzie 8 Alpha arrival, runway
Lachlan has
16,
just
maintain
taken it.
340, Golf Romeo 516.
Lots of holding short of the whole short point.
Alpha arrival, runway 16, when ready to descend, flight level 250.
So, Aviator 997, if I wanted to fly somewhere that had a bushfire run through it, where would you suggest? Assuming that's not a problem, where would you suggest anyway? So I can throw some money at you and get in the plane.
Qantas 615, you can make it not above Mach decimal 77 in the climate cruise.
Out of all the places that you fly to regularly, what's the cheapest place to get to that's fun?
Lost the 879, same for you, you can come up to Mach decimal 76 or less for the cruise.
And yes, I will admit, Essendon,
Lost the 879, you can come up to Mach decimal
Moorabbin,
76 down for the cruise.
City Circuit, yeah, I'll do that. Great Lakes.
Lost the 879, centre.
Lost the 879.
Yeah, I think there might be something wrong with your voice. I seem to have to call you 3 times every time, but you can increase to Mach decimal 76 now for your cruise.
Make that on 76, lost 879.
Flight log 361, sorry, just confirm you're still tracking the Tarex. It shows that you're coming off to the right.
Yeah, I'm still tracking Tarex, just having a little bit of issues with my FMS.
Yeah, that's not a problem with my voice, that's a problem with my ears.
Lizzie, correction, RB6 Alpha, arrival, runway 16, when ready, flight level 250, please.
Great Lakes would be good. Yeah, that's out near where we had fires, so cool.
RB6 Alpha, arrival, and when ready, we'll flight, complete flight level again, flight level 250 and confirm runway 16 is your assigned runway, thanks.
Then Milkrun.
OBS Alpha, runway 16, flight level 260, Qantas 110.
Probably not returning tonight, sorry. Got a big day tomorrow. One flight, get it down to Sydney, and that will be it.
Qantas 440, contact centre 1250, expect start, g'day.
Melbourne Centre, we're 1123 with you.
Romeo, get down to 1123, sending g'day. Qantas 784 Centre, did I hear you checking in? I can't remember.
From yeah, I'm currently at flight level 290 going 370, 784.
Qantas 784, thanks. Request your maximum speed in the climbing cruise for sequencing into Sydney.
Maximum speed in climb. 784.
And Qantas 784, request your max speed during the cruise as well once you get up there.
I'm currently decimal 73 and let you know when I'm up on the cruise.
No worries, thanks. Yeah, if you could just increase your maximum speed in the climb and then also in the cruise. You are number one in the sequence, so I need you going as fast as you can.
My current will do. 784.
Seagulls 264, you up on frequency? Qantas 1011, it looks like someone's decided to take off out of Hobart without contacting me. They're currently at your 12 o'clock and 4 miles, passing 7,500.
Roger, I'm inside Qantas 1011. We might get a RA, so I'll give you know. Qantas 1011, waiting clear for
Qantas 1011, thanks. Continue tracking direct to Echo Alpha.
Qantas 101.
Told me that one about Essendon. Good old Essendon.
Bottom 361, had to go with runway 172.
Bottom 361, yeah,
let's go the Otis if we can, 126
runway 17.
Excellent, thank you.
Melbourne Centre, plus the 877 with you at flight level 240. Expect ILS or GLS approach. Then independent visual approach.
Was that velocity 877, was it?
87 plus the 877.
Velocity 877, g'day, climb to flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, velocity 877. Request 160 degrees. 20 knots. Visibility 10 kilometres or more. 1,400 feet. Gather 2,500 feet. Approach to 5,000 feet. Temperature plus 22. UNH1014. On first contact with Kingston International Airport, notify receipt of hotel.
Jetstar 766, passing flight level 100 for 90.
Jetstar 766, continue descent flight start of 5,000.
Descent 5,000, Jetstar 766. Good evening, Seagulls 264, maintaining flight level 240.
Seagulls 264, sending a day climb to flight level 350.
350, Seagulls 264. Qantas 7666 with you, flight level 270, request higher.
Qantas 766, Santa G'day, climb to flight level 370.
370 for Qantas 7666.
Send to the g'day, UPS 72 is maintaining flight level 230.
Rivet. 16 left and right.
UPS 72, Santa G'day, climb, actually I'll just get you to maintain flight level 240 for now. I'll probably have to turn you off to facilitate your climb. UPS 72, maintain 240.
Centre, this is Qantas 1952, 19,000 for 24,000.
Qantas 1952, Santa G'day, stand by for further climb. I'll have climb for you shortly.
Standing by, 1952.
Qantas 1011, leave controlled area descending via the RNAV Zulu, runway 30 approach, report landing clear of the runway.
Clear down Zulu 30, report on the ground and clear the runway, Qantas 1011.
Qantas 1099, 1019D, stand by star 4000.
Descend by star 4000,
Qantas 7666, report mark number.
Qantas 7666, mark decimal 78.
Qantas 7666, reduce to not above decimal 74 in the climb and cruise. Will advise when you can resume profile speed.
Not above decimal 74 for Qantas 666.
Qantas 10 approaching for level 260.
Qantas 10, descend via star 9000, QNH 1019.
Descend via star 9000, copy 1019, Qantas 10.
UPS 72, turn right by 30 degrees and report your new heading. Return right 30 degrees, we'll let you know, UPS 72. And the UPS 72, that's going to be 267 on the heading. UPS 72, sorry, just confirm 30 degrees from your present heading to the right, is the westerly heading.
Yeah, struck it in, it's runway 16s.
Yeah, my apologies, amend that to 070.
16 right,
UPS 72, thanks, yeah, that sounds much better.
And with Qantas 784, that cruise with mark decimal 81.
Qantas 784, perfect, thanks a lot. Just star 766, descend via star to 3000, cleared ILS runway 23 approach.
Up. Cool, we've got a top of coming up.
And then Qantas 30, so I'm just wondering if I can get vector to the...
Bigham above 8,000, Tammy below 9,000, Boogie above 6,000.
Follow 361, can I get you to just track direct at this stage and I'll get approached to provide you vectors on 1320, you can contact him now.
16 right is preferred.
Yeah, switch to 1320 and expect vectors. Qantas 30, contact.
Inbound course
Bossy 723, contact center 1250, expect star, g'day.
250, expect star, Bossy 723,
Bossy 879 and Qantas 6115 in turn 1250, both expect star, g'day.
1250, Bossy 879.
Qantas 6115, 1250, expect star, g'day.
1250, 6115, good night.
And Melbourne Centre, Qantas 1611 with you, passing 20,000 or 24,000.
Velocity 723, when ready, descent flight level 290.
And when ready, drop to 290, Bossy 723.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 6115, flight level 410.
Qantas 6115, Melbourne Centre, good day.
Melbourne Centre, good day, Jetstar 202, flight level 360.
Jetstar 202, Melbourne Centre, good day, sir. Verify your squawking mode, Charlie. cycling. Just 202. Jetstar 202 identified. Squawk 3266. Squawking at 3266, just 202.
Number velocity 879, flight level 370, maintaining Mach decimal 76.
Velocity 879, Melbourne Centre, g'day.
Alright, 155, looking for 109.5.
Jetstar 202, Marlin 5, expect 16 left. Marlin 5 and runway 16 left, thanks. Jetstar 202.
Altitude 210.
Jetstar 202, you can descend to 10,000 feet on QNH 1014. Descending 10,000, QNH 1014, Jetstar
210 plus 20. 230.
Velocity 723 at 10%.
Velocity 723 down to 290.
290.
Velocity 879, start clearance, rivet 3 arrival, expect 16 right, when ready, descend flight level 290.
Rivet arrival, runway 16 right, and flight level 290 when ready, velocity 879.
Melbourne Centre, velocity 850 is climbing to flight level 280, passing flight level 243.
290, sir.
Velocity 850, you can carry on up to flight level 360. Okay, continue climb to flight level 360.
Minimums are set. The go around is 170 on the heading and 3,000 feet. Look at what we're doing after we land. Okay, after we land, we're coming out and rolling off on Bravo 7, preferably. Bravo 10 if we mess it up badly. Taxiing back on to Bravo and into domestic to somewhere. 2 or 3.
Jetstar 520 approaching 10,000.
Jetstar 520, stand by. Jetstar 520, contact Sydney, approach 124.4.
124.4 for Jetstar 520K.
Qantas 440, contact Sydney, approach on 124.4.
124.4, Qantas 440, g'day.
Okay, pick the gate, any gate. Team 36, 74.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 6150, requesting for US
somewhere in the
flight
domestic.
deck,
Qantas 6150, not a problem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 on each side. Fit 10 aircraft in there. Oh, it certainly does come in handy. That wonderful Flytampa. And we're off to Sydney today, so we'll be landing at runway 16 right. Descent coming up in just a few miles. $10 top of descent. In fact, we can do it now. About half an hour to the gate. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain speaking from the flight deck. We'll be going to descend to Sydney at this stage, and we do anticipate arriving there in about 25 to 30 minutes from now. We do thank you for flying with us on Virgin Australia on board a 737-800. We hope you've enjoyed flying with us as well. We've got weather details in Sydney at the moment. We have a bit of scattered cloud around, a temperature currently of 22 degrees Celsius and a little bit of breeze coming up from the south. That said, we've got no report of any rain or thunderstorm activity in the area, so it looks like a nice fine day tomorrow. Cabin crew will be coming through the airplane to ensure that everything is ready for our arrival into Sydney, and we do thank you for flying with us. Cabin crew, please prepare the aircraft for arrival.
Qantas 6115, your start clearance, rivet 3, runway 16 white. When ready, descend flight level 290.
Rivet for your arrival, runway 16 right, flight level 290 when ready, Qantas 6115.
Melbourne Centre, good evening. Qantas 463 with you at 28,000 feet. Qantas 463,
yeah,
climb flight level
wind
3,
in
10.
Sydney apparently. The wind currently showing... I'll just write it down with the meter. Wind currently 20 knots from 170.
Qantas 463, can you accept flight level 320?
Wait a second, from 0830, wind at 160, 20 gusting 30 knots. Could be bumpy.
Qantas 463 re-cleared, flight level 320.
Up to 320, Qantas 463, thanks.
And Center 46723 for the descent.
Velocity 723, you can continue descent to 10,000 feet on a QNH of 1014.
10,000 QNH 1014, velocity 723.
And velocity 723, say airspeed.
We're sitting on 267 knots.
Thank you, sir. Velocity 879, say airspeed.
William Roof coming in with the truth. Yep. Having an autopilot in a car is a lot more close quarters issues. For instance, you can't have an autopilot taxi on an aeroplane, can you? For similar reasons. You have to avoid other aircraft that are physically close to you. You don't get radios or GPS lines to track. You have to look at the ground. Make sure you don't run over
Velocity 879,
objects.
Melbourne Centre.
Velocity 879.
Velocity 879, say airspeed.
Velocity 879, 260 knots.
Thank you, sir. Jetstar 202, contact Sydney approach 124.4.
Good day, Owen.
124.4, just 2029.
I don't think it needs to have a choice between anything. It should just keep doing what I'm telling it to do. That's how my autopilot's working here. I've told it to descend down to flight level 290. It's going to fly to 290. If it has the choice between ramming another aircraft and not ramming another aircraft and making contact with the aircraft at flight level 290, it's going to make contact with the aircraft because I've told it to fly flight level 290. It'll yell at us with some TCAS, but it won't fly the aeroplane away from the other airplane. Also 879, maintaining flight level 290.
Velocity 879, QNH Sydney 1014, down to 10,000 feet, thank you.
Send 10,000 feet, QNH 10 small, Velocity 879. $10,000
Melbourne Centre, quarter 784, with you, flight level 370. Quarter 784, Melbourne Centre, good day sir, your start clearance, rivet 3, runway 16 right, or expect runway 16 right, when ready you can descend flight level 290.
Alrighty, let's look at our arrival speeds. We are looking at a correction of about 5 knots.
Arrival for 16 right.
I'm going to go for 10 knots.
290 when ready. 784. 784 affirmative.
Current speed, current weight is 64.3, we're going to be 5.1. .8. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 3. It's going to be 64.
G'day, Connor 479 with you. I'm in your airspace at flight level 380. Just wanted to know if you want me to have a squawk for you or not.
Final approach speed.
Qantas 479, the squawk you're carrying is fine.
What's that? Gusty 6. Yeah, let's have a listen.
Qantas 479, sorry, say again.
Whoops, yeah, standby 1.
Airport Terminal Information Hotel. Expect ILS.
Yeah, Qantas 479, squawk 3232, thank you.
Do not pass
3232 in the box, Qantas 479, I'll squawk identity for you.
Runways 16 left and
No, I got you. You're identified.
runway operations in progress.
Velocity 850, contact Melbourne Centre 124.0.
Surface wind 160 degrees. 0 knots. Visibility 10 kilometres or more.
Qantas 479 identified.
1,400 feet.
Qantas 479, thank you.
Altitude.
Qantas 463, contact Melbourne Centre on 124.0.
Over to 124.0, Qantas 463. Thank you very much for your help.
Not a problem.
And Centre, very good evening to you. T-Gulls 260 for 1035.
Two guys, 264 Melbourne Centre, good day sir. Your start clearance ribbon 3. Expect 16 right. When ready, descend flight level 290.
Ribbon 3 for 16 right. When ready, flight level 290. T-Gulls 260.
Melbourne Centre, g'day, Qantas 7666 with you, flight level 370, good to see you on Richard.
Thanks, Peter. Your start clearance, rivet 3, expect runway 16 right. Keep your speed below Mach 0.74, and when ready you can take it down to flight level 290.
Rivet 3 for 16 right, no speed no more than Mach 0.74, and when ready down to 270.
I also like to watch those dash cam compilations.
17666, that's flight level 2.
One of the reasons I love doing it, especially with the Australian ones, is because I used to live in Sydney and now live in Melbourne. There's a lot of clips from Sydney and Melbourne. I just love seeing places that I recognise. So, hey, I've been there. I've driven down that road.
6115, QNH 1014, descend to 10,000 feet.
Kind of spot the place we're in. Some of it's like literally, hey, that's a street that I literally played.
Velocity 879, you can reduce speed to 250 knots.
250 knots, velocity 879.
Indicate.
Speed into bean, 250. That's the stuff, Dashcam OBS Australia. Yeah, not being able to drive is boring. I learned to drive at the age of 17, and to be honest, I should have learnt a year before that. I didn't actually get my old plates until after I'd left high school.
Sente, good evening, Qantas 65, with you climbing through flight level 204, Qantas 65. Qantas 65, Melbourne Centre, g'day, you can climb flight level 360. Flight level 360, Qantas 65.
Melbourne Centre, velocity 827 with you, flight level 35.
Velocity 877, Melbourne Centre, g'day sir. Your start clearance, rivet 3, expect runway 16 right, when ready, descend flight level 290.
Rivet 3, runway 16 right, when ready, descend flight level 290, velocity 827.
And Melbourne Centre, Qantas Lincoln 499 with you.
Qantas Link 499, Melbourne Centre, g'day.
Seatbelt sign can go on. Hello Dodgeball, we're on descent into Sydney. We've got a star clearance, we're going on runway 16. Right. Now approach speed, I think we're going to do flaps 30 on the approach speed. It's going to be massively fast. I'm going to go plus 10 wind correction because we have a 10 knot gust. I'm going to add that to the correction. Is it all gust or half a gust? I got very anxious when I did my driving, not so much the driving lessons, but I did that with mum and dad. But going for the test gave me cause for concern, not necessarily because I was worried about driving, because I knew I could drive. It was more the point that I was worried about gaining that much freedom. Like I wouldn't be able to have the excuse of saying, "Mum, please drive me to the place," and having mum there. It was more like, mum is just going to say, "Oi, it's your band practice. Drive yourself away from here. Bye." That was the thing that got me worried. As far as driving a car, on the second day that I had my L plates, I drove across the harbour bridge to the north side on the 8-lane highway, Sydney Harbour Bridge. And on the third day I had my licence, I drove to Wollongong, which is a completely different city about 2 hours drive away. So yeah, I know how to drive. I've never had an accident on the road. I've backed into a couple of poles because of mirrors, but I've never actually come in contact with another car on a road. And I've been driving since 1999, sorry. 1999 is when I started driving. So I've been driving for 21 years and I've never had an accident.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 784-290, requesting lower. Qantas 784, QNH Sydney is 1014, descend to 10,000 feet.
Yeah, I played in the band, a brass band. I played cornets, B-flat cornet, and E-flat cornet too. I've also played in the Hillsong Church Band on trumpet. There's a few songs with me still floating around on it. Yes, the Hillsong that Scott Morrison, our Prime Minister, goes to. That one. I as a plane in that church band. What years is it? 2003, 2004, I think 2005 as well. Might have been 2002, 3 and 4 and 5. Yeah, 4 years with that band. That's cool. I used to play the saxophone as well in the church band. Not often, but I did own alto sax through most of high school. And I've also played a soprano saxophone, and that was nice.
Melbourne Center, g'day, Qantas 403 with you.
Qantas 403, Melbourne Center, g'day. You can climb to flight level 360.
Up to 360, Qantas 403, thanks.
Yeah, good afternoon, Centre. Qantas 1952 with you, with India, requesting star approach. Qantas 1952.
Qantas 1952, standby 1.
Standing by.
Saxophone, that's correct. The alto saxophone.
Velocity 723, contact Sydney approach 124.4.
Approaching 124.4, looking for 33, down later.
Velocity 879, contact Sydney approach 124.4.
124.4, velocity 879.
Qantas 1952, Melbourne Center. You start clearance, ribbon 3 arrival. Expect runway 16 right. When ready, descend flight level 290.
Back. I'm going to get it. After we land.
Ribbon 3 arrival for runway 16 right. When ready, descend to 290, Qantas 1952.
Sydney approach, velocity 879, information India, descending 10,000, leaving 11,000.
Velocity, aircraft just calling, you're still on 125, 124.4 for approach.
Over next. Sydney approach, velocity 879, descending 10,000, leaving 10,500, information India.
Velocity 879, Sydney approach, good evening, descend via the star to 5,000.
Descend via star 5,000, velocity 879.
Star 202, maintaining 3,000, heading 350, downwind for 16 left.
No, I'm not stalling this one for fun. No, it's not fun.
Just star 202, turn left heading 220. Turning left 220, just star 202. Velocity 723, cancel star, turn left heading 340.
Cancel star, turn left heading 340, 720.
It's 9,000. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. We are now sterile cockpit.
Traffic. Traffic.
Copy traffic.
Traffic.
Afraid not, we'll just have to live with that downvote, won't we?
Traffic.
I used to play soccer as well, but only when I was in like primary school, so by the time I aged to about 12 I left. I hated it.
Velocity 879, descend via the star to 3,000.
Descend via star 3,000, velocity 879.
Velocity 879, report indicated airspeed.
Also 879 and 250 knots.
Velocity 879, reduced speed 220 knots.
Yes, it's speed 220, velocity 879.
Jetstar 202, turn left heading 180 degrees to intercept. Cleared ILS runway 16 left. Report established.
Turn left 180 to intercept.
No,
launch established.
Stab yourself with your wings. Oh, that's awesome.
202.
Good call, Toilet. You live in New Zealand, so
Velocity 879, cancel
rugby's
start, turn
the
left
correct
heading
game to play.
330.
Hey, 330 velocity 879. Heading select 330. Autopilot.
Jetstar 523, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0, good night.
125.0, good day.
Sydney approach, corner 784 at the 15 and go 10
Quarter 784, Sydney approach, good evening. Runway 16 right, expect instrument approach, descend by the start to 8000, QNH 1014.
Descend by the star, runway 16 right, and descending to 8000.
Velocity 723, turn right heading 065.
Right, 065, velocity 723.
Remembering we are on a flaps 30 approach, 147, 157 on the approach speed, 157, set.
Jetstar 202, established 16 left localizer.
Jetstar 202, contact Tower 120.5, good night.
Tower 120.5, thanks, Jetstar 202, good night.
Compass 123, contact Melbourne Centre 125.0, good night.
Melbourne Centre 125.0, good night.
Velocity 723, turn right heading 130 to intercept, cleared ILS runway 16 right, report established.
Turn right 130 to intercept and report established, 16 right, velocity 723.
Qantas 784, descend by the start to 5000.
Descend by the start of 5000,
That's all right.
Qantas 784.
Sydney approach, Qantas 252, departing 16 right through 3,500 to 5,000.
Qantas 252, Sydney approach, good evening, you're identified, climb by the SID to flight level 280.
By the SID, 280, Qantas 252, thanks.
784, descend by the start to 3000.
Descend by the start, 3000, 784.
Auckland Boyd. No, I live in Melbourne.
Velocity 879, turn right heading 065.
I think 065 was it, isn't it? $6.5 set. And we'll take flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1.
Velocity 879, resume profile speed.
Goes to 79, climbing 5,000. About of 3,400.
Profile speed set, speed into the
Approach 16733, establish 16 right.
Tigos 279, city approach, good evening, you're identified, climb by the SID to flight level 280.
Climb by the SID flight level 2.
And approach, g'day,
Tigos 279.
maintaining 10,000.
flaps 5, speed check.
Velocity 723, contact tower 120.5, connect.
On a journey for 5, 16733, go ahead.
Velocity 879, turn right heading 130 to intercept, cleared RLS runway 16 right, port established.
Heading 130 and intercept localize runway 16 right, velocity 879.
Approach,
Right,
Tigos
set.
264 with you, maintain 10,000 with India.
Tigos 264, Sydney approach, good evening. Descend via the star to 4000, QNH 1014.
401014, Tigos 264.
Sydney approach, g'day, Qantas 7666 with you, passing through 12,000 for 10,000, received information India.
Qantas 784, cancel star, turn left heading 330.
Cancel star, turn left heading 330, Qantas 784.
Qantas 7666, Sydney approach, good evening. Runway 16 right, expect instrument approach. Descend via the star to 5000, QNH 1014.
Down to 5,000 and expect instrument approach, Qantas 7666.
And Tigos 264, runway 16 left, expect instrument approach.
Okay, so change to 16 left, expect instrument approach, Tigos 264.
Cabin is seated. Yeah, pressurization, land altitude is set, recall checked, auto brake is set, VREF is set, altimeter set, and up to landing.
Sydney approach 4877 through flight level 155 for 10,000 with you.
What if I don't grease the landing?
Sydney approach, good evening, runway 16 right, expect instrument
We've got
approach. Descend by the star to
30 knot
8000,
gusting
QNH 1014.
headwind at the moment, so...
Descend by the start at 8,000, QNH 1014 for 48.
Not liking my chances with the good landing here. I've not flown the MAX aircraft, unfortunately. Don't have one on this flight sim.
Approach Tigos 264, do you have a heading for us? We're overhead TSAT.
Digos 264, turn left heading 040.
Speed 160. Want to go down? With the landing gear, we take the speed brake down.
Qantas 7666, descend by the start to 3000.
Down to 3000, Qantas 7666.
Flaps 15. Speed checks. Flap 15. I'll say 79 established.
Velocity 879, contact tower 120.5, good night.
120.5, I'll say 879.
So now, 12, what is it? 1265, sorry.
Ground 1265, thank you very much. I didn't realise it was on here there. Just 202.
Velocity 723, contact ground 1265, good day.
257, flaps 30. Check. Sydney Tower, velocity 879, final runway on 16 on right.
Alrighty then, Alpha Charlie 2 Bravo, you with me, ready for takeoff?
Probably just saw Charlie the Bravo.
Alpha Charlie 2 Bravo, winds are 170 at 20 knots, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff. Maintain runway heading, once airborne, contact departures 124.4.
Runway heading 124.4 run.
See you back to 153, that's your time.
Alright, last station calling, it was velocity 8 something.
Velocity 879, final.
Velocity 879, g'day, Sydney Tower, winds 170 at 20 knots, runway 16, right clear to land, caution, aircraft taking off parallel runway.
Runway 16 right, clear to land, velocity 879. I was almost tempted to say velocity 879, clear to land. But I decided not to be, you know. Annoying. My throttles.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimums.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Floating. Oh, massive float.
10.
321.
Velocity 879 left when able, please.
Velocity 879.
879, contact ground now, 126.5, g'day.
26.5, velocity 879. To the ground, velocity 879, vacated on Bravo.
Velocity 879, g'day, taxi to the bay via Bravo, cross 25 Bravo, Charlie 2, high trend.
Bravo to the gate, crossing 25, and the rest of 2, we'll say to them. The old NGX seems to lag out close to the ground until it touches the ground. Once it actually gets on the ground, it's fine. I think we've got a lot of cloud happening as well, and that tends to bomb the FPS. Hip you up. $57 minutes. Aussie Aircraft 98, just apply on whichever division you want. I'm assuming it'll be Australia, in which case it'll be the VATPAC website. Click on controller, click on training, there should be a Moodle course. You'll need to have at least, I think it was 50 hours of either flying air traffic controllers or observing. An additional 20 hours of monitoring air traffic control using the observer system, which they do monitor and they do check the number of hours that you've got there. And then apply for the test. Someone will send a instructor to you. You'll log on time when they say to log on. You'll meet the instructor probably in the Discord room, and then he'll put you through your paces. Unfortunately, real life hours only account for a little bit. Certainly mention them. So that you're a real life pilot, you've got 500 hours of real flying time. That's cool. You might get rid of your flying experience requirement of 50 hours on Vatsim. And yeah, you won't get rid of the test, because the test isn't just about the real world. Even a real world controller doesn't know how to use our own software on Vatsim necessarily. So that's what the test is all about. Yeah, you don't need the pilot hours. Don't even think you need the observer hours. You do need to do the Moodle course, which is essentially learning how to use the software, and then you have to do the test, which is the instructor coming online and making sure you know how to do your thing. Yeah, don't call all the Vatsim controllers pedos on live stream, otherwise you might not last. Like a certain UK-based Twitch streamer. I was about to call him a YouTuber, but it's not really a YouTuber anymore, is he? Laps are up. Coming up. Domestic gates, we're looking at gates, what was it, 30... I should have gone there. $33 we said. Not sure about 33. Apis. What's Apis? Who knows? It's the unique weird one. I'll take it. Liverpool. Ah, someone just logged on to our gate. Like literally as we selected it. Let's go to gate 33. Boom! Qantas Airlines. That gate 33.
Quarter 784, clear runway 16 right.
It's 41.
Class 784, g'day, welcome to Sydney, taxi to the bay via Bravo, Charlie 1 to the bay.
Taxi via Bravo, Charlie 1 to the bay.
Oh no, he's on 35. That's cool.
And 784, if I could get you to hold short Charlie 1 when you get there, that'd be great.
Hold short Charlie 1 when I get there, 784.
Qantas 415 Sydney ground.
Qantas 415, we're just probably going to have to log off for a sec. We're just having technical issues here on this aircraft. I'll log off and I'll see you back shortly.
Yep, too easy. Qantas 784, don't worry about holding at Charlie 1, you can continue through Charlie 1.
Continue through Charlie 1, 784.
Yeah, it's biannual instead of biennial. Yeah, we did forget to retract the flaps a little bit, but we have remembered now. They are up.
Qantas 191 Sydney Tower, go ahead.
Qantas 191 requesting clearance, gate 50.
Yeah, I'm going to have to reinstall my Flytampa.
Qantas 191, you're cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flat plan route. Dina 7 departure Wollongong transition, runway 16 right. Climb up the sit to 5,000 feet, squawk 4451, departures with Sydney approach 124.4.
Qantas 191, say again please.
Qantas 191, not a problem. You're cleared to Melbourne via Wollongong flat plan route. Dina 7 departure Wollongong transition, runway 16 right. Climb by the sit to 5,000 feet, squawk 4451, departures with Sydney approach 124.4.
Squawk 4451, transition altitude 5,000 feet, and contacting Sydney at 124.4 speed, Qantas 191.
Qantas 191, I need a read back on the SID and transition.
Qantas 340, request exit please.
Qantas 340, good day. You can taxi to the... Qantas 340, stand by, I don't see you on my scope.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Qantas 340, got you now. You can taxi to the bay via Yankee Cross 25, Golf to the bay.
Qantas 340, can you please take this down for me?
Say again, 340?
Qantas 340, can
APU is on the bus. Cabin crew, disarm doors, cross check. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, should retract your flaps before you enter the gate area, otherwise they'll think you're hijacked. That's held. Sector time, 1 hour and 11. payload doors. There we are, doors. And we'll do the post-flight, left seat, pilot flying, no auto land, send. One hour, 9-minute flight. That's also true. DC-9s take the flaps 25. It's not 25. It's not 25. It's 28 on the DC-9. Flaps 28. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go away for a little bit. Don't go away. Well, that was, what piece is that? It's a handle for Baroque trumpets. It's not Let the Bright Seraphim Tell One. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the flight and a little bit of trumpet. I have been Musical Aviator with a little bit of extra musical there. That was a Milkrun Monday. Yeah, that piece is written by John Frederick Handel in about 1720 or 30 or so. Cool. I'll see you guys probably on Wednesday for the GA flight. The last of the Cessna 182 flights are going to at least Normanton. We might be going to Dumaji after that. Anyhow, I have been Musical Aviator with a little bit extra musical. Bye for now.